and welcome to a special pre-Pesach edition of Rabbi K's Cuts. I'd like to talk a little bit about matzah. Yes, matzah, that hard, flat, pre-bread substance that we eat throughout the days of Pesach. You see, matzah is a dichotomous food. On the one hand, we talk about matzah as the bread of our freedom, as the food that we ate on the way out of Egypt because we didn't have time for the bread to rise. And yet, matzah is also known as lechem oni, the bread of our affliction. How do these two faculties of the matzah intersect, coexist? I saw a beautiful answer from a good friend of mine, Rabbi Shlomo Buxbaum, a teacher here in the Rockville area. He explained using the metaphor of the classic movie Slumdog Millionaire, in which a previously poor, impoverished young man wins India's version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire by drawing on information that he learned as an impoverished person. Those specific pieces of knowledge became the basis for his victory in that game. This relates to matzah. Matzah is both the bread of our affliction and the bread of our liberation. It's only because and through appreciating the affliction that we went through, the slavery that we endured for those 200 plus years, that we could then truly appreciate the freedom that followed. This relates to another fascinating insight with respect to Pesach. Pesach, this holiday of our liberation, is actually the most labor-intensive holiday to prepare for. We spend weeks, if not months, scrubbing our homes, inspecting every corner for the possible presence of a minute amount of leavened product. And yet, we celebrate our liberation, our freedom. But that's precisely the point. As Jews, we don't reject our past. We don't reject the struggles of life. We embrace them and utilize them to help us understand and value the liberation, the victories that come later. The Haggadah, without any coincidence, begins, or at least describes early in its text, the Jews started with these humble, idolatrous beginnings. Abraham's father was an idol merchant. That's an integral part of our national story, because our national autobiography would be incomplete without addressing and redressing our failures, our struggles, and our challenges. Because it is precisely those challenges that helped build us into the nation we then became and we continue to become. May we all merit a meaningful, liberating Pesach holiday, Seder and beyond. And may we merit to see our challenges and our struggles transformed in our eyes, comprehended by our minds. See how they become victories, joy, and uplifting experiences for all of us. Chag Sameach.